of the High Commissioner for Human Rights OHCHR and the core group of Human Rights Council resolution on contribution of parliaments. The Maldives as the co-chair and on behalf of the Friends of SIDS group along with Australia will also lead a cross-regional joint statement under Agenda Item 10 highlighting the importance of universal participation at the UN Human Rights Council. The joint statement will reiterate the vital role of the Trust Fund established to support the participation of least developed countries LDCs and small island developing states SIDS in the work of the HRC. The Maldives, as part of regional and political groups, including the OIC and non-aligned movement, has shared concerns of the human rights atrocities that are escalating around the world and will address some of these concerns as well as in its endeavors to promote and protect human rights for all. In this regard, the Maldives will deliver a statement on the discussion on the issue of human rights situations in Syria, Palestine and on the Rohingya Muslim minorities in Myanmar. The Maldives priorities at the Human Rights Council include women's rights, climate change and environment, and rule of law and democracy. The Maldives will actively engage and co-sponsor a number of resolutions. Some of the key resolutions for the Maldives at this session are violence against women, discrimination against women, climate change and human rights, and trafficking in persons. The Maldives will be represented at the Human Rights Council by Permanent Representative Hala Hamid. The Maldives has served as a member of the Council for 2 consecutive terms of 6 years until 2016. Maldives is currently an observer member of the Council. The Human Rights Council is an intergovernmental body within the United Nations system made up of 47 members who takes the responsibility for strengthening the promotion and protection of human rights around the globe. Elections Commission of Maldives reveals no political party has filed a complaint regarding the provisional voters list. Speaking to PSM News, member of Elections Commission Ahmad Akram stated up until now, the Commission received 21 complaints regarding the list publicized on June 3rd. In this regard, Ahmad Akram revealed that complaints filed because names of deceased people were included in the list and names of children underage being in the voters list. Highlighting that Maldivian Democratic Party MDP held discussions with the electoral body regarding the list, Akram stated no complaints were filed by any political parties. Moreover, Akram said MDP requested to increase the time frame allocated to file complaints, noting the Commission assured MDP to do everything possible within the law. Even though Elections Commission revealed the time frame of filing complaints cannot be increased. The upcoming presidential election is scheduled to be held on September 23rd. The voters' registry shows that 24,000 youth will have the right to vote for the first time in the upcoming presidential election held on 23rd of September. According to the voters' list released by the Elections Commission of Maldives, overall 183,263 people will have the right to vote in the upcoming election. A momentary voters list was released by the Elections Commission on 10th of this month and the final list has not yet been released. According to Elections Commission, complaints about the voters list will be taken into consideration till 20th of this month. In the presidential election held in 2013, 165,239 people had the right to vote and 60,000 youths voted for the first time. Coast Guard of Maldives National Defence Force MNDF and Indian Navy starts a special joint operation in the exclusive economic zone EEZ of Maldives. Information Officer Captain of MNDF Ibrahim Azim stated that Coast Guard and Indian Navy started a joint aerial surveillance patrol in the EEZ of Maldives and that further information about this will be shared after the end of the operation. This is not the first time that MNDF, Coast Guard and Indian Navy is doing a joint operation. Furthermore, both militaries have also conducted several joint training programs in the past. Maldives Transport and Contracting Company MTCC states that 61% of the sewerage projects developing in Maradu, Feidu and Feidu of Addu city has been completed. As a part of the project, 38 kilometers of sewerage network will be developed in the islands. The General Manager of MTCC, Mohammad Husham, stated that the government handed this project to MTCC, and under this project, development of 6 pump stations in Feidu is underway, and connection of the sewerage pipes will be started in the upcoming week. MTCC stated that the project will cost more than $8 million and the amount is being funded by the OPEC Fund for International Development (OPID). Moreover, according to MTCC, the whole project will be completed by the end of August. Furthermore, Maldives Water and Sewerage Company MWSC and Sierra Construction Limited of Sri Lanka is also developing sewerage systems in Addu city. The government is spending millions of dollars for the projects and aim to complete and start the service of these projects by the end of this year. Public Service Media PSM signs as the media partner of the Maldives Business and Customer Experience Awards. The partnership agreement was signed by the Director E-Commerce and Marketing of PSM Ibrahim Nasreen and Head of Commercial Operations of Customer Experience Foundation Maldives Fatmat Shali. Under the agreement, PSM will promote Maldives Business and Customer Experience Awards and familiarize the public about the awards. Moreover, PSM will live broadcast the awards ceremony. Speaking at the ceremony, Head of the Commercial Operations of Customer Experience Foundation Maldives, Fatma Shali, said the main aim of the award is to acknowledge outstanding services provided to customers by businesses. Fatma Shali noted this is the first ever such award held in Maldives. Maldives TV of Public Service Media PSM signs as the media partner of Maldives Travel Awards. At a ceremony held at TV building today, the agreement was signed by Managing Director of PSM Ibrahim Khalil and Vice President of Maldives Association for Travel and Tour Operators Matatas Abdus Sood. Speaking after signing the agreement, Managing Director of PSM Ibrahim Khalil revealed Matatas and PSM will carry out various joint activities this year. Meanwhile, Vice President of Maldives Association for Travel and Tour Operators Matatas Abdus Sood said PSM has always supported Matatas from the very beginning, adding that many joint activities will be held this year. Under the agreement, Matatas and PSM will promote Maldives as a tourism destination. Moreover, PSM will promote the awards via its channels. Maldives Travel Awards celebrates the commitment, excellence and expertise in the Maldivian tourism industry. First launched in 2012, Maldives Travel Awards celebrates the 7th anniversary in 2018. According to Matatas, Maldives Travel Awards intends to encourage and stimulate professionalism in the travel industry and the national and international tourism by creating an annual event unique to the destination. Maldives Travel Award is a product of Maldives Association of Travel Agents and Tour Operators, Matatas. Maldives TV Science Media Partner of Ralgudi Kite Fest. The agreement was signed by the Managing Director of Public Service Media, PSM Ibrahim Khalil, and the Project Manager of Slow Tape, Mohammed Faisal. Speaking after the signing ceremony, the Agreement Director E-Commerce and Marketing of PSM Ibrahim Nasreen stated PSM prioritized promoting such youth-friendly projects and events. Ibrahim Nasreen added that Maldives TV decided to become its official media partner as the event also serves as an event to promote Maldivian tourism. Project Manager of Slow Tape, Mohammed Faisal, revealed this is the 3rd year of the Kite Festival, revealing the main aim of the event is to expose new people to kite surfing and to promote Maldives as a tourism destination. Ralgudi Kite Fest is scheduled to be held on 27th of this month at Hurmale Youth City. High-Rise Private Limited starts to evaluate the nominations for South Asia Travel Awards SATA. SATA is the first ever regional awards endorsed by multinational associations providing the tourism sector of the South Asian region with recognition towards their facilities and service excellence. Moreover, SATA is the most prestigious travel award. This year, 500 corporations of the hospitality sector was nominated for the award. According to High Rise, the evaluation will go on in Male till 21st of this month, and later on they will move on to Colombo, Bangalore, Delhi, Paro and Kathmandu. SATA will be divided into 50 different categories, and corporations with the highest number of votes and marks of the judges will compete for the awards. Online voting is open till the end of this month. The 5 countries that will be competing for the SATA are Maldives, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal and Bhutan. This awarding ceremony was first held in Sri Lanka in the year 2016 and was held in Maldives last year. This year's SATA ceremony will be held in Mumbai of India. China is set to impose additional tariffs of 25% on 659 U.S. goods in response to the U.S. administration's plan to slap duties on $50 billion of Chinese goods.
The new list is an expansion of an initial list of 106 U.S. goods published on April 4th. China will first impose tariffs on 545 U.S. goods on July 6. It has not yet announced an effective date for tariffs on the remaining U.S. products on the list. Some of the products on the Chinese list include food items like oranges, apples, almonds, beef, seafood, wheat flour, as well as off-road vehicles, electric cars, coal and petroleum products. Washington and Beijing appeared increasingly headed toward open trade conflict after several rounds of talks failed to resolve U.S. complaints over Chinese industrial policies, lack of market access in China, and a U.S. $375 billion trade deficit.
And now we look into the latest news updates from international arena. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez appeals to Europe's solidarity and called on a common migration policy on Monday after Spain agreed to allow safe harbour to the rescue ships Aquarius, which has been adrift carrying 629 migrants following the refusal of Italy and Malta to allow the charity-run vessel to dock at their ports.
Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez told Spain's public broadcaster TVE in his first interview since he was sworn in that he would be raising the issue of migration when he meets French President Emmanuel Macron in Paris over the weekend, adding he will also be meeting Angela Merkel in Berlin and Antonio Costa in Lisbon. Spain's new Prime Minister said it was not his intention to open the borders, but rather to manage migration in a way that guarantees human rights. Sánchez told the remaining indifferent to the plight of the migrants on board the Aquarius could have led to a humanitarian tragedy. The number of people fleeing poverty and conflict by boat to Spain doubled last year and is likely to rise again in 2018, according to the EU border agency, potentially pushing migration up the national political agenda.
In sports, first of all, we highlight on the World Cup updates. Panama might have lost their debut World Cup match 3-0 to Belgium on Monday night, but fans in Sochi hardly seemed to notice as they left Sochi's Fish Stadium in a celebratory mood.
Panama were expected to struggle in their opener against a side 52 places above them in the world rankings, but they held their own until just after halftime in the Group G opener. Though Belgium broke away in the second half, scoring 3 goals, Panama fans, who largely outnumbered Red Devils fans, said they were proud of their side and one of their country as they look forward to England on June 24th. Some Belgian fans said they were satisfied with the results, though they admitted they were a bit shaken when the first half ended goalless. Belgium and Panama are in Group G along with England and Tunisia.
Thomas Markle, the father of Britain's newest royal Meghan, spoke of his regret that he wasn't well enough to walk his daughters down the aisle as she married Prince Harry, but said he was pleased that Harry's father, Charles, was able to step in.
Thomas Markle, the father of Britain's newest royal Meghan, spoke of his regret that he wasn't well enough to walk his daughter down the aisle as she married Prince Harry. Drama over whether Thomas Markle would attend threatened to overshadow Harry and Meghan's wedding. He had been due to take part in the ceremony, but after a flurry of sometimes contradictory statements to an American news website, he eventually stayed away, saying he needed heart surgery. In the end, Meghan walked down the first part of the aisle alone before she was joined by Charles, heir to the throne. Thomas Markle told ITV's Good Morning Britain that he was said to have missed the ceremony, but also proud of his daughter and grateful to Queen Elizabeth's oldest son, Charles, for stepping in. Meghan's parents are divorced, and while mother Doria Ragland, 61, has met Harry and attended the wedding, Thomas Markle is yet to meet the prince.
With that, we conclude the news for this bulletin. Thank you for joining us and have a pleasant day ahead. Bye-bye.